Wow, there's two pools. That's how many teams are here. 2 pools. And I'm sorry if my commentary is not the most professional commentary, but we're just kind of having fun and relaxing, guys. Should be pretty chill. Maybe it'll get really crazy later. We'll see. I mean, we have CJ Showstopper OCVing. No hate or anything, but CJ's a Marvel player. Come on, let's be real, guys. Speaking of which, Marvel Infinite coming very soon. Man, we have a lot of good games coming soon. Marvel Infinite coming soon. I'm sure that everyone is excited all over the place for that. Even I'm excited. You guys know that at the beginning of Marvel, I played for a long time. I had a really good cap for a while. What's up, Justin? Echo, I know, I'm sorry, I messed up before. Justin Wong came to the booth just to tell me, by the way, I am Echo Fox. Don't forget, okay? He came just to let me know. I'm so used to saying his previous team, I won't name it, even though they're a good team. I'm just so used to saying that. He was a part of them for a very long time. Dude, my cap was really good. Don't hate Owl Knight.
You played Cap?
Yeah, I played Cap. I had a really good Cap.
That's my dude.
Yeah, Cap was great, man.
He better be great. He was an Infinite.
I hope so.
I heard somewhere they're going to make him great again.
I'm sure that he'll be good again. He was really good in Ultimate Marvel 3. This is a matchup that we usually see very often in Season 1. Anyway, Team Wildcard 6 versus Team Wildcard 4. We have Byron on player 1 side versus Noodle Baka, who's on player 2. I really enjoy that you can see the inputs. This is kind of, I'm not sure the implementation. I believe what they're doing is they're recording inputs directly from the cabinets, and that's how we're able to display them out to you. It does look very cool, though. I like that you can see when people are mashing on Wake Up. Especially, that part is the most fun to me. To Showbiz who's wondering what's with the inputs, this is Hackerfight, so we have to hack the game and show inputs. Why not? It's fun. Anyway, Chun-Li, wildly popular in Street Fighter V. A very strong character, generally quite safe, good damage, good tools, good anti-airs. Very few weaknesses for Chun. Right through the wall. I'm glad they added those stage animations. If you guys remember, in the early versions of Street Fighter V, there was only like the noodle hat animation, which was super hard to get, and there wasn't much else. Now, like pretty much every stage has some stuff. And Rahavik, yes, I will be in the States for a little while. I'll attend some events, maybe do some commentary, go from there.
Oh, it's my girl, Cammy.
Yep. There she is. Actually, Cammy still quite strong as well. This was a matchup that was also very popular in Season 1 of Street Fighter V. Basically, both characters have a similar playstyle. Chun has some strengths in that she has 50 more health than Cammy does. Cammy's at 900. Chun has 950 HP. That being said, Cammy really wants to play the close range game in this matchup because that's where her frame traps will be strongest, and also her dive kicks will be the most effective. Chun can play the close range game if she really wants, but really she's stronger in the mid-range game in this particular matchup. Okay, nice throw. Tried to bait an uppercut there, looks like. Wow, that was
Hooligan coming strong.
Yep, Hooligan setups. That is it.
Wow. Hello, childhood.
Yeah, she's still good. In fact, if you're considering playing this game, you may want to try her. She's actually a really good character. She's not too difficult to play also. Okay. Nice jump back to escape the pressure and got in with the dive kick. Good damage on that, and she has the lead. Wow. This Cammy player has a technique that I'll describe after this round. Nice. All right, so some players, especially players that are not used to a tournament environment, they have what I like to call a tick. Even I have this. And what a tick is is, let's say you stand at a particular range, right? Then typically, because you're standing on that range, they will almost always do a certain move. So in this case, our Cammy player saw that Chun-Li, whenever he was at the right distance, Chun would always fireball. So what he would do is he would intentionally stand in that place, right? Let the opponent register, okay, he's standing at the perfect range by fireball. And then as soon as he would fireball, he goes for hooligan throw and a dive
So
kick.
it's like
and
a
he gets
poker tell.
Exactly. It's
And
like
so
like every time they get into the situation, they always do that one thing, right? And if you can tell that they're going to do that, then you can exploit it very easily.
So some good adjustment on the fly there.
Yeah, just something that a rush down type player will do quite often. They'll kind of tell, oh, whenever they're panicking, they like to do this one thing, right? So. All right, Cammy versus Ibuki. And once again, these are two wildcard teams going at it.
Hackerfight 6.
Oh, this is the Rashid stage. This stage is so crazy. For many, many reasons. Okay. All right, it is Alex on Team Wildcard 6 versus Mitsu. Mitsu on player 2 side for Team Wildcard 4. Very nice. Spent all his V-trigger, but got some good damage for it.
I'm feeling this Cammy.
He's doing what a Cammy player likes to do. Lots of EX hooligans, lots of dive kicks and tricks. Really can tell when his opponents are scared, and when that happens, he really goes in for the kill. Good punish. Actually, that was counter hit, but still good. Nice grab. Good block on the overhead. Okay. Very close to stun. He gets it. Might be able to kill with this jumping combo. Almost. Hanzo in the chat, trolling you guys. All right, one round apiece. Hey, he does have one frame reactions. He almost beat LPN with those one frame reactions. I'm not gonna lie. Almost saved our team. I was so bad. I'm sorry, guys.
I thought Hanzo acquitted himself very well when I was watching.
No, he played really good. I'm sure that the stream chat would have gone crazy if he had beaten LPN. Alex has a huge lead. So he likes those hooligan tricks. Hooligan throw, hooligan dive, hooligan slide. Not something that Cammy's used too often, but when you have someone scared. Okay. So it is 2-1 in favor of Team Wildcard 6, and it will be up to the anchor of Wildcard 4 to save their crew.
Now, what's the strategy in ordering a team in a tournament like this? Obviously, you want to lead with your best, but do you maybe anchor with your second best, or what's the thought process?
You actually don't necessarily want to lead with your best, right? Really, there are two types of strategies. One strategy is if you kind of know who's on the opposing team, right? Then what you really want to do is you want to avoid matchups that are strong for the other team. Even if you have two players that are evenly matched, sometimes what happens is there are character matchups where one character is favored. Like we'll have things like what we call 6-4 matchup, which means that in 10 matches, typically one guy will win 6 times and the other guy will win 4 times. So you really want to avoid that type of bad matchup. That being said, it can be really difficult on the fly, especially if you don't really know the other team that well. So in those cases, one effective strategy is to kind of have a weaker player start first and learn a bit about their team, and then typically you want to have a stronger player as your anchor, kind of to back them up.
Got it. Now, any change to that? Again, I mean, we are here at Hackerfight 6. We start with over 90 teams. We're live at the Facebook headquarters, by the way, which is totally awesome. But in a tournament like this, I mean, it's a lot of team building, stuff like that, maybe not as serious of players. Does that change your strategy at all, you think?
Not really. I think that, especially in an environment like this, putting the weakest player first and then the strongest players last is the perfect type of strategy. As an example, Team NVIDIA put CJ Showstopper, who I would consider not a weak player by any means, but definitely the weakest player on that team. It's like, okay, well, let's just sit CJ down and see how he does, right? Well, he happened to beat the entire team, but, even if he had lost, the other players on the team would have gained valuable information. Plus, they could have decided, well, which of our good players are we going to send to really take out the rest of the team at that point. Okay. Anyways, BJ Unchained for Team WILDCARD. We talked about this guy earlier. This guy is known for a very, very famous match against Bonchan, one of the best players in the world. Very emotional, exciting match in Street Fighter 4 era. But also, he's got a very good Nakali, as you can see. He was very strong, especially in Season 1 of Street Fighter with this character. But you can see that he's still quite effective here in Season 2. I don't know what's happening. People are just bowing and flexing. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we're going to go anchor versus anchor now. It's going to be BJ Unchained as Nakali. And once again, this is, okay. Nakali versus Bison. This should be fun.
Hell Pocket's drunk. I can neither confirm nor deny those reports.
He's having a good time.
As we all are.
Round 1. Fight.
All right. So we have Galaxy B. Oh, it's Dr. B. Oh, sweet. Dr. B versus BJ. This should be interesting. All right. Nice defensive throw. Wow, corner setups. Nice escape with the EX head stomp. I really like what I'm seeing from both sides here.
Anchor versus anchor. Somebody going to feel the pressure, you think?
Oh, yeah, for sure. They're both playing really well, though. Nice setup. BJ's going to have a good lead after this, and he has corner pressure. Oh, that was a cool V-trigger setup, but Nakali poked his way out of it. That head stomp did a lot. Again. Might be able to confirm. Oh, wow. That was slick. Very slick. Unfortunately, that little knee move from Nakali has plus frames, if I'm not mistaken. It's a really good way to attack. Keep the pressure on. BJ Unchained is up 1 round. Oh wait, this sounds like Spooky. It is Spooky. Maybe. Or maybe it's just a voice modulator to make me sound like myself. Nice. Lots of damage on this. He's close to building a V-trigger as well. Nice. That was a trap. Not much that he could do to get out of that. All right, so BJ Unchained takes it for his team. Looking really good. And we're going to be jumping into the next match shortly. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys are having a good time. This is the console version of the game. It's PS4 that we're playing on. But they have these cool Ulix cabinet setups that are customized. So each player gets kind of their own cab with a stick built in. Very arcade style, despite being at a console tournament.